Greetings, my friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of AI Art Review, episode 14. For those of you new here, I review AI art made by the awesome AI art community. We're growing, we're awesome, we're new, we're fresh, we're cool. Let's get into some art, shall we? First off, we have Bodhisattva. Not sure exactly how to pronounce that. And this is awesome. I love this inevitableness of like, we all say that, technology is ruining everything and all that stuff. If you follow the trajectory, everything's going digital, And so like, this is an awesome image of like, even this guy who like, oh, he made it out to the wilderness, he made it out to nature, but what is he doing? He's on his laptop in the middle of the wood, has his fucking sick ass battery pack to power his laptop, because he knows, and we all know, that we're just digital beings now. And so this is freaking awesome. Very cool. Next up, we have Destiny K Rainbow, and we have this fucking sick image. This is nostalgic, reminds me definitely of previous times when things were much simpler. Probably the big city. This looks like maybe a bridge going into New York. I've never been to New York, but maybe it is. And we have this guy just chilling. Maybe has a coffee truck, which is actually a great business idea, to have a coffee truck on the side of the road just in case there's traffic. Then you can sell coffee all day in a line of traffic. But anyway, I would love to be driving down the road, seeing this guy. I would fucking get coffee from this guy or whatever he's making in his cart. Sick. Next up, we have Rainisto. Wow, this is another really cool nostalgic image. Again, reminds you of simpler times in a town that you probably would never visit. No offense to the town, but it's just, nothing really exciting going on, but you got a cookout going on. I mean, it's a little creepy. You got these two, I'm not gonna lie, they look like beautiful girls, just holding a saute pan. I don't know what they're making, but it looks like they're selling it for breakfast, maybe. I don't know, but it kind of makes me sad because I want to go to this time and like live there. And I think it has to do with, not having cell phones and all that stuff, but really cool. Awesome image. Next up, we have AI Joe _ETH. And this looks like a movie poster, straight up. I think there's an old movie that was scary. It was like a movie of like a giant alligator or something. And like a grandma was like feeding the alligators and they got huge and it started eating people. Lake something. But this kind of looks like the movie poster of it, or reminds me of it. It might be nothing like that. It might be a different movie poster, but it looks like a movie poster nonetheless, of like, this thing is the king of this lake and it eats everyone in the lake town. And I'm sure there's going to be a scene where there's like stupid college kids or high school kids going out to the lake drinking, haha, there's no fucking monster, and then boom, the monster comes out and eats them, something like that. But super cool. Love the reflections, obviously. Very, very awesome. Next up, we have NFT Tsunagi, and we have this beautiful couple, even in the midst of what looks like chaos crushing the city, they're like, you know what, we reserved this date in the venue and we're gonna get married, and they're sticking to it. They're still getting married, masks on, chaos going around, they don't care. The only thing that matters is love, and that's beautiful. And this image is beautiful. Nicely done. Next up, we have Care Bear ETH. And does this not warm your heart? Like, if this doesn't warm your heart, you have to just be a very cold person. And yeah, but this is beautiful. Just a very nice image. I love animals, so this is just like at its purest form, like a pure child who hasn't been affected yet and hasn't been brainwashed into believing that everything in the world is evil and bad. Just a nice, pure connection with a nice animal. The animal, by the way, a deer with wings, like no brainer, freaking awesome. It, again, just warms my heart. Very nice. Next up, we have Daimokomi, and this is really cool because it's like, what the fuck? But like a cool what the fuck. It's like, I want to know everything that's going on. I want to know what those things are. Maybe it's like a reflection piece. Maybe they're mirrors and like meant to, like, the art is like you walking up to the mirror and seeing yourself, something like that. Or maybe it means something. I want to go find out who the artist is. Again, this is given that this is a real piece of art. I believe it's AI, but like, it makes me want to, if I was there in real life, it makes me want to go find the artist and ask all the questions like, what is this? What's going on here? But it really cool, very aesthetically pleasing, hits everything, and I love it. Very nice. Next up, we have Kali Yuga _AI. Oh, and this is nice. Definitely like the matching colors, clouds with the cloak or the veil with the barn door / house. Another place that I don't mind going. if this was a place in time and in space, not space. If this was a place in time and was a real place, I would love to visit this. I mean, I would like to see some more animals in the pasture here. Maybe they're off to the side or something. But yeah, I mean, I would love to, you know, wake up wearing this cloak. I bet it's really warm. And I'd love to walk outside, see my barn, see the beautiful green trees that I can look at every day. I bet the sunsets are sick. Very nice. Next up, we have A5H Mod 3. And I dig it. This is really cool again. It just gives you those, like, it just reminds you of the absurdity of some of the things that we do. And like I'm not judging because I watch Netflix and stuff, but it's like the absurdity of just like, with so much beauty in life and stuff, the absurdity of just sitting at a table and like watching a rectangle screen and just looking at it, like that's nuts. And I think that's kind of what this image gives off to me. Again, I'm not judging. I watch Netflix, I watch shows, but it's still, there's an absurdity to it. And this just breaks it down. I love it. I love everything about this. Very cool. Last but not least, never least, we have microdoses. Nice, microdoses. And of course, we're going to see mushrooms with that name. I love this. I love, because I'm obsessed with like mushrooms in general, not just psychedelic mushrooms, but I just love that they're these organisms that are alive, and like I think they're super important to the actual everything about the food chain. I love how they like have this symbiotic relationship with like tree roots and all that stuff. Anyway, I like mushrooms, and I love this idea of them. I think they're super intelligent, and so I love this idea of them actually also using technology. I think that's just sick. I bet if you did hook up, and I think I've seen some experiments of people hooking stuff up to mushrooms, and they like communicate in really cool ways. Anyway, this reminds me of that. Very, very awesome image. Love this. Love mushrooms. Love technology. Ugh, all of it. Great. And that's it. That's another episode of AI Art Review. I believe that's episode 14. Thank you again to all the artists who let me talk about your stuff. I'm a huge fan of the community. I make AI art myself, and I know we're early, and so I'm just trying to, just trying to help do my part in spreading the word of this awesome medium that I think it's under too much scrutiny, to be honest, but I understand where they're coming from, and I think in, a couple of years or less, everyone's gonna turn and see that it's just a great, beautiful medium of expression. But with that being said, thank you again, and I'll catch you next time.